3, 2.
Hey, welcome to the Lazy Lion Podcast. I'm Philip Shuck.
I'm Trevor Cruz.
And I'm Travis Ingram.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
This is the regular podcast where we sit around the table and talk about stuff.
Yeah, instead of the old barrel talk that
Recent-
some of you may be familiar with. Maybe not. I don't know.
Recently we started something called Barrel Talk where we tried out doing a podcast down at the bar downstairs, and it's been pretty fun.
It is good until Jackie busted us. We
Yeah, the
got all
main
embarrassed.
issue is the music level, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. This music level's not too bad right now.
That seems good.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and fade this out slowly.
All right.
How's everybody's Monday going so far?
It's going good. A little bit of a gloomy day,
I know, yeah.
but it feels kind of nice out.
It's casting a shadow on.
I think it's going to get a little cooler at the end of the week, so
Might be ripe time to have a bonfire
yeah, that'd be fun.
at the old house.
Yeah.
The
Get a
low
pot
is
of chili
in the
going.
60s tonight, so it's kind of cold.
Yeah.
Florida.
For
Yeah.
Florida, that's good.
Yeah.
Florida cold.
Yeah, let us know if you do a bonfire. I'll go.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, I think I'm around. Friday.
Oh, actually, I'll be out of town. Yeah, maybe next week. My good friend Ricky's having a housewarming party. They just bought a house. Really cute.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Ricky,
House
the one that
warming.
went to the
Ricky.
party?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Congratulations, Ricky, if you're listening to this.
Him and
on the-
Rosalie?
the
Yeah,
new
yeah. It's a
home
really
and
cute
home
house. Really
ownership.
cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's like
That's
a,
great.
I guess it's a holiday party too.
Send my
housewarming.
regards, and I say hello.
I will. You guys should come crash it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. Just show up. Yeah.
That's the
I'm,
only.
What? Go ahead.
Oh, that's the only like hesitation. It's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to support the old buddy. Got
Yeah.
a new house. I looked at the guest list. Like I only know one person going, so it's like that awkward thing. You're like,
Yeah.
I guess I can talk to Ricky. And
Hey, who knows? Maybe you'll meet
and
somebody who
Mike.
needs a video or something.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
Never know.
Branch out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of surprising. Well, I guess like because you knew Ricky when like high school.
Yeah, high school.
So yeah. So it's funny how like
Time moves on.
time moves on and you have like a whole new set of friends
Yeah,
after, when you're in your career life.
Yeah.
A lot of times you move away.
yeah. And you
yeah.
still maybe maintain, but there's like less overlap. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
At this
Less
point,
and less.
all my high school friends are just Facebook friends.
Yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
me too. Like nobody even came to the high school reunion because everyone. When I asked certain people, I was like, "Why didn't you come?" They're like, "I mean, I see everyone's doing on Facebook." And I'm like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not the
that's
same,
exactly why,
but
yeah.
it's yeah.
I don't even think my school had one because I wasn't invited, and if maybe there was one, and I just wasn't invited.
Yeah, I think that's an awkward
Did-
topic. They actually emailed me about it and told me that you weren't invited.
Did
Not tell you, but
did you guys ever get I got a thing when I graduated high school where they gave us a tiny bottle of sparkling grape juice. So you're supposed to keep it
no.
and then
way.
exchange it for a small bottle of champagne at your high school reunion.
Really?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, yeah. So
Did
it's
you
sort
do
of like
that?
incentive to be like, hey, keep going or go to the thing. No, I didn't. I didn't go to mine, but I still have that thing somewhere. It's somewhere. I should open it up.
Any reason you didn't go? Like Facebook made
Yeah,
you.
it was kind of like the Facebook thing, and I was like, everybody I like, I'm still friends with, kind of. So it's just like I kind of said that comes out wrong to people I'm Facebook friends with, because there are people who I don't see that I do like that I'm friends with on
Right.
Facebook,
Mhm.
but I feel like for the most part I can see what you're doing on Facebook, and then like really close friends stayed close. So it's just
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
only so many reasons to go to one. One is maybe try to hook up with the girl that you never did.
or to brag and
Yeah.
one up them. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be like,
Or-
oh yeah, well I
or
own
show
my
up in your
production
nice
company
car.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck
and
you.
and to me, I
Yeah.
thought both that plus there's just the morbid curiosity
Oh, yeah.
aspect of
Who's
what
not doing
are
good?
people doing, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm friends with Facebook people, but I don't really see what they're doing, I feel like,
Mhm.
especially like the weird outliers, and I feel like that, that Facebook algorithm just weeds them
Oh,
out.
it
I don't know what
does.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
So now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like that excuse doesn't really hold up because you don't
even
know what
see
half the
them.
people are doing.
No, it doesn't.
You don't look at their page, their wall.
Nope.
I just wanted to go, just like I said, out of curiosity, just see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah.
go see
how
how
those
people
old
aged.
people. Yeah, see how they aged.
Are the hot girls still hot? Or the
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only like
popular kids
10
like
or 20
losers
people who
popular
came to mine.
still? Yeah, man, that's small.
Yeah, it was like, and it was all like the dancers. They all came,
Huh.
and then there was like 3 dudes.
All right.
Hey, all right, cool, man.
It was weird.
Did I remember when people would or like you would get a friend request, like have you ever gotten one recently from like somebody you knew in high school and forgotten who they were, and you had to be like, you had to do a double take and be like,
That's happened to me
yeah,
before. I
yeah.
don't know about very recently, but yeah.
Yeah. It's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a good
I always think that I have a good memory
yeah.
for that stuff, you know, but I don't have as good as some other people, you know, because I'm like, I remember in high school, I was like, I know that girl. I was in kindergarten class with her. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, man, I'm so thoughtful and remembering just the fact that this person existed. And then she walked up to me and was like, hey, Philip. And I was like, oh, God. I have no idea what your name is. And,
As if
and now I
nothing had
still don't
changed.
remember what her
Time,
name
yeah.
was.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hmm.
That happened to me. That happened to me kind of with Giancarlo, your friend,
Uh-huh.
because like he remembered me right out of the gate at your rehearsal dinner,
Uh-huh.
and it took me a minute to go. In my mind, I was like, "Who is that?" Because he was like,
Did you only meet him once?
I feel like maybe once, yeah.
Like at that show, right?
I think so.
So
But
that's
he
a
was
pretty
like-
good memory for him.
Yeah, I mean, made me look like an asshole, but I
But
was
maybe
like
I've
very
talked
impressed.
about y'all more
Yeah,
to him about what I'm doing, you know, or
right.
something.
And he probably follows you on Facebook and stuff,
Yeah.
and so sees us. So it's more like, but yeah, like he's like, hey man, how's it going? It's like good to see you again. Like right when he sat down, like right when we were getting ready to have the dinner,
yeah.
and I was like, who are you? And then I went over to Travis. I was like, Travis, who is that sitting next to you? And then when he said his name, I was like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, duh. Like, because I know we had met and had conversations before. I was like, he looks so familiar. I was like, it's my brain is not
Right.
putting it together. But that's funny when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But speaking of which, yeah, Phil is newly married. He's off the market, ladies. So eat your hearts out.
I'm taken.
Yeah. She put a ring on it. You know,
Crickets.
she liked
Crickets.
it so much.
Crickets.
How was your honeymoon?
Oh, it was great. It was amazing. We went up to Canada,
Mm-hmm.
which is just beautiful. We went all the way over to the west in Banff near Calgary,
Mm-hmm.
this state park or whatever, national park, I don't know. And it had a big snowstorm had come through, and it was just like a winter wonderland.
Yeah, it looked like it was snowing like crazy
Yeah,
there.
it was snowing like crazy.
That's
It was amazing. That's probably the most snow I've seen ever in one
Yeah.
place.
Oh,
And
that's
all
awesome.
then just the landscape itself, but then covered in snow, like all those evergreen trees and mountains. It just
Mhm.
looked like Narnia.
Like a puzzle.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
it was
awesome.
great. Yeah, and then we went over to Quebec, which I really loved too. It's like old French type
Mm-hmm.
town, and went through Montreal and a little bit of Toronto.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Cool. How was Toronto?
We ended up staying an extra day in Quebec because we were enjoying it so much, and it was
Mhm.
a lot more relaxing. And after being in Banff, we were like hiking and
Yeah,
skiing.
it seems like you're like slowly moving to civilization.
Yeah, we
you know?
were, and we were like really tired. So Quebec was just so nice to like roam around and get breakfast and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
explore the city and get nice dinners. So we were like, let's just stay an extra day here. We were gonna have a day in Toronto, but anyway, long story short, we just kind of passed through. So
Okay.
we didn't really get to experience it. But Montreal was really cool. There was this amazing old cathedral that we spent like an hour in or more,
Oh,
just
cool.
like roaming around. It was the most beautiful building I've ever seen.
Oh, cool.
It's amazing.
That's cool. Is Canada older than the U.S.? Is that a dumb question?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really know a lot about Canada.
I don't know. I mean, I think
Like founding
think
its
they might
independence
have-
type of thing.
Yeah,
when
like
they named
I
it
think they maybe
Canada.
had sort of parallelish type
Yeah,
yeah, because it's like on the same continent. so-
experiences. You
because
know?
it was all discovered. Like the American continent was all
Right.
discovered at the same time. I guess they
I
so
imagine
similar-
people maybe came in and then maybe
went north over time.
Wasn't
don't
there
know
like I
exactly,
swear there
'cause,
was a
you know-
land bridge from like Europe to get
Well, there
over.
that was
back
like in
the
ancient
day.
times. Like
Okay.
That's how
that's
the
like
natives
how the
got
Native
here.
Americans
yeah.
got there, supposedly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah.
That must have been a hell of a trip.
yeah.
Traveling like through Russia down somehow and then settling
Yeah.
as like the tribes did, like down in like Florida and all that area.
That's
Oh,
like-
yeah.
That's like how we like those monarch migrations. Where like
Mhm.
not everybody makes that trip.
No.
You're
Yeah.
all dead along the way, and
Yeah.
It's a
you're
different
all of a sudden
generation.
you're the grandkid who's like now
Yeah.
the patriarch of the family, and you're like, why are we walking this way? It's like, I don't know. We've been walking this way since I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cold here. We're just walking till
I'm
it's
just
Yeah.
gonna
warmer.
keep walking because it sucks up here. It's fucking cold.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I hate to quote him now because he's on the list of offenders, but Louis C.K. tells that joke about why you should be grateful for flying. He's like, in the old days, you'd have to get here on foot and horse or whatever. He's like, you're a
Yeah.
completely different group of people by the time you reached your destination.
Yeah.
I wonder how long like the natives had been in America. Like were they just settling down, like 1-2 generations and then
Yeah.
oh,
They're like,
shit.
oh, we finally got this settled out. Settled, you're gonna stay over there. I'm gonna breed horses over here, or whatever.
yeah.
Actually, they didn't have horses, I think, till
We've
the
got the
Spanish came.
perfect balance,
Yeah,
the
they had
perfect,
separated their lands and their tribes. Like,
Yeah.
you go over here, you go over here. All right, this is
No, I
great.
think they had been there for quite a while.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. At least they were able to enjoy it some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or got ruined.
Ugh.
Think about that, like
It's rough.
whole crazy generations of human history that is lost forever.
It's not even. Why don't we read about it like the Holocaust?
Yeah, right.
It should at least be taught.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean the fact that we came over and killed them all and all that. I was talking to Kelly about that.
We
the
got
other
away
day.
with it, man.
But because they didn't keep or we don't know of,
Mhm.
Yeah, they don't
records like we
Mhm.
had all that time of them living there, all like wars and
yeah.
Yeah.
and battles and loves and land, and
Because
and
did they
famine
have
and-
speakers like that remembered it? Is that how they worked?
they maybe, I mean, I'm sure they,
Oh, yeah.
it's probably more similar to that, but then,
passed down.
Mhm.
like the giver,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
or the keeper. And, but then he was like, who are you? I am Sitting Bull. I have all the nations. You're dead.
Yeah.
It's like burning a library of all
Fuck
the
you.
books.
Yeah. It's kind of like that's what's going to happen to us now, because everything's digital.
Mhm.
So this whole digital age that we're living in is just not going to exist one day. when
Won't
it's all
that be
just,
crazy? Like if
wiped
if,
out.
like half or more of the stuff is just gone, and
It's
then
scary, man. It's like
They should have an
It
option.
makes you
like,
wanna
print it out.
you're going to print out
Print out the
everything.
internet.
Yeah.
Kelly used to do that, like important emails or like blog posts
I've
and
done it.
stuff.
Mhm.
I've
I knew a
printed the
kid. He
internet.
printed out every website he went to, and he next to his computer was just stacks of papers of websites. He printed them out.
Why? To keep record? He should publish it. He should be like
Yeah.
internet in the 80s or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Internet in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, that would have been kind of
That's
cool.
cool.
We should
I
print out
always
the
thought-
entire internet on one of those old printers with the
Oh,
Yeah, with the holes.
the holes on the sides. Yeah, the airport still uses.
Yeah.
I always thought that you should be able to like type in like a slash and then like a year and like go to
Oh.
like Facebook on the first year or something.
That'd
like
be so
old
cool.
websites, how they used to be.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Would be cool.
There are still some
Like historic websites.
There are some that like, I don't know, like that. It's almost like a time capsule. It's like they kept up the hosting, but they never updated anything, and so you
Uh-huh.
can just go look
Mhm.
at it,
Yeah.
and it's like still the way you kind of
There's
remember
these websites. I think it's called like Internet Archive, and they'll take snapshots
it. Mm-hmm.
of like certain web pages and
Oh,
save
cool.
I
them.
think I've
So
heard
you
of
can
that
go back and
somewhere.
type in the website.
That would
type
be
in the
really
date.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. We should go through some of that and look at it one day.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. Yeah. Hey, we didn't talk about what we had for lunch today.
No.
We had a little guessing game because Travis ate somewhere else.
Or did I?
Or did he? Because he came in and he had the same exact to-go cup that Phil had, which really threw him off his game. We ate at the cantina. That's where we ate. Where did you eat?
I didn't eat.
Oh,
I just
no,
got
you
a
didn't.
drink.
Oh, have you not had lunch today?
Not yet.
Are you fasting?
Mm-hmm.
Right
I'm
now?
ketoing.
Yeah. You're in full ketosis.
Oh, you're in
Yeah.
ketosis.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Oh, well, let's get back on track a little bit with sort of other things we like to talk about, like movies. Speaking of like high school and high school reunions, what are some of y'all's favorite high school movies? Like high school age. High school movies. So movies that take place in high school, around
What's that one with the big party?
What?
Can't hardly wait or something.
I like that
I feel
one.
like a lot of them are like that.
Yeah.
It's like every high school movie.
It's like the whole thing was that big party at the
Yeah,
end of the
Can't
year.
Hardly Wait's that's a good one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Super bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say Superbad's probably up
Superbad.
there for me. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Dazed and Confused. That's another good
Dazed
one.
and Confused.
Yeah.
What's that one where they're all in detention?
Oh, Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I almost said Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Mm,
Yeah.
the Breakfast Club at Tiffany's.
Yeah. How old is that movie by now? It's got to be.
Got like 30 plus. Came out in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
I don't know when in the 80s.
It's up there.
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
You don't know.
No.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, Superbad.
Yeah.
Superbad was the movie by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
I think
Yeah.
that's his name.
That was like the movie they had been writing, like ever since they were, I guess, just out of high school, or were they writing it during high school or something like that?
I think
Mm-hmm.
they were in high school.
But what's interesting
When
about that
kicking around
movie
ideas.
is they had spent so long writing that movie, and then I think whenever they linked up with Judd Apatow, basically he was the inspiration or the motivation. He said he wanted them to write another movie, and like they sort of had an idea, like a love for like action movies and stuff, and I think that was it, like, and like drug dealing or something. Basically, the short of it is, Judd Apatow came to them and said, "Write me another movie in 6 weeks." And so they were doing Superbad, and they wrote Pineapple Express, which is kind of funny. So it's like when you think about making a movie, in the process of making a movie,
Mm-hmm.
they spent so long writing Superbad,
Yeah.
which is great, and then 6 weeks to do Pineapple Express, which is also great.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the
Under pressure. Working under
yeah,
pressure.
exactly. Just lock yourself in a room.
But
And
then what order did they film him in?
I think they did Superbad first.
Superbad came out like at least a year before, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
it
I
was
thought.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, that's
Then they had the other one on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for
Karate
him.
Kid,
What?
high school movie.
Oh,
good
boy,
one.
that is a good one. Yeah.
That's actually my.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Can't Hardly Wait just lost its.
That's just the first one I could think of. Can't hardly wait. But
Yeah.
yeah, Karate Kid.
What about the
for
American
sure.
Pie movies?
Oh yeah, those are great.
I just-
the first one. I don't.
I just recently reorganized my DVD collection, and I realized I think I have all of them.
What about Scream?
Ooh,
that's a good high school
That's
movie.
a good one.
Yeah, I was
too.
gonna say,
Man,
what grade
there's
are
a
they
lot
in
of
the
good ones.
Goonies? I'm sure there's some
Oh,
high school
yeah.
kids, but does that count? You
I
know?
feel like they're early.
Does it
high
have
school.
to be? Does it have to show the school to be in this list, or just high
I think
school
they have to-
aged
I think high
kids?
school has to be
Yeah.
a prominent, almost a
So I
character
guess Goonies doesn't count.
in it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think they may have been middle school, but Josh Brolin
Yeah.
at least was high school.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's always old.
Man, I haven't seen that movie in so.
Donnie Darko?
long.
Yeah.
I've
That's
never
a great
seen
one.
Donnie Darko actually.
Are you
Mm.
kidding me?
Never seen it, and it's like everybody loves that movie. Like when it came out, it was like there was so much buzz around that movie
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
for like our.
But that was
generation,
one
I
of
feel
those.
like.
That was one of those. That's like a true, cult classic. That was like a blockbuster shelf phenomenon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it was like on the blockbuster shelf, about to be forgotten forever, and then everybody. Well, that's what's cool about Blockbuster too. I guess you can do that on Netflix too, but you could just kind of put it on the shelf for a long time, put it in a
Yeah.
weird section, and people would still.
Yep.
I was waiting in line at the pet
Watch it.
store over the weekend, and I was listening to the cashier. He was like him and this other guy. They were like reminiscing about Blockbuster.
Mm.
He's like, "Yeah, man, can't do that anymore. I used to love that Friday, Saturday night. You'd go pick out a movie.
No,
Some
it was
candy.
wonderful.
Yeah,
It's a whole experience that was good that didn't need to
yeah.
go away.
Nobody knows what that is anymore. Like
Mhm.
kids these days.
I heard about somebody. I think we maybe even already talked about this, but
yeah, I think we have.
wasn't somebody opening up, or did open up like a movie rental
Like in town, or just somewhere.
or somewhere? I
There's
heard
one
about
in
the story.
Austin that's been around for a
Maybe
while.
in town.
Yeah, Stardust has a video rental.
Oh yeah, Stardust
I mean, there's like
Coffee.
these smaller places that
Oh,
have
yeah.
video rental.
There's like a video rental store right near Pho 88
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
down there on Mills,
Oh yeah.
and we actually went and got food there or something, and I was like, that says video rental, and we like did a
We're
U-turn.
going
It was
in.
like,
Yeah.
It says other stuff on that sign too,
Yeah.
and it's like, did they just buy these signs? Because I think it's odd, like video rental, and another sign says something kind of bizarre, like why are
Really?
these two in the same store?
yeah.
Oh, strange.
So anyway, I walked in and it's all. I was like, this is gonna be so cool. I saw the DVDs and I saw what looked like maybe VHS. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing. But it's all like Korean entertainment. So I think it's like like, because it's right in Little Vietnam or whatever. It's all
Mhm.
like Korean,
Yeah.
Vietnamese type.
yeah.
It's like they don't probably have a lot of shows they
Mm-hmm.
identify with, so they go and rent from this rental store. It's like.
Interesting.
That might make a cool little mini doc or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We should make a short film. Nobody steal this. We should make a short film that takes place in a video rental. I guess it's like Clerks or something,
Yeah.
but it's been a while.
Make
Mhm.
Clerks 3.
Yeah.
Just do it. We'll do it.
Yeah. We should just let's just make short films about involving the things that we liked when we were kids.
Yeah.
There's an audience out there already built in.
Like, have they ever made a movie where a kid goes to watch like Jurassic Park?
They don't do a whole lot of
No?
Like that would be
Until-
kind of a cool just
and
to see.
until recently with like Stranger Things type things. They never they didn't do a lot of like media within media,
Yeah. It's like everything was its own world, and that didn't exist.
Nobody and again until, Clerks type era too,
Yeah.
like nobody talked about movies in movies very much.
Right.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
weird because especially
Well, like Last
they
Action Hero,
defined-
they made like a fake movie series
Yeah.
character to,
Which I want to see that fake series.
Yeah, me too. It
Mm,
seems
looks
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
The guy with the axe and the raincoat.
Oh,
he
man.
was so scary.
He
Yeah.
should be up on like top movie villain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think people overlook
Absolutely.
him because he's like a movie within a movie, but then he breaks through the screen and starts.
I was
That guy is
terrified
a
of him.
great movie villain.
Mhm.
He's like one of the scariest.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
He
don't
was
know.
so scary.
Very scary. Wasn't he gonna like throw a little kid off the building, throw his son off the building or something? He had his. They're on
See,
the top of the roof
maybe
and it was
this
like
is what-
raining.
Remember, I was
Mhm.
trying to tell you there were some movies that I loved and I thought were great and did really well as like a kid or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Last Action Hero was one of them. It has a 36% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's what I'm saying. So many of the movies. I mean, I agree with you. So many of the movies that are from our childhood have such bad reviews, such
Mhm.
bad ratings, and I'm like, just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Starship Troopers changed everyone's lives. Just
Yeah.
tell
Oh, yeah.
the truth.
Yep.
Stop lying.
Yeah.
I think RoboCop has a bad one. It's like, get real.
Really?
Get a life. Maybe I'm wrong, but all those movies like that.
You know, the other day,
Yeah.
speaking of RoboCop, I was at the Tasty Tuesday, and there's this store that opened that sells like old 80s action figures, and
Mhm.
like it's really weird. It's like an old retro store. They sell like kind of things that I thought they were like maybe sticking around this dude's attic for years. I asked where he got
Like a
them.
nostalgia store or something.
Yeah, and so there was this thing, and it looked like RoboCop, but it was called Galactic Man, and it came out at the same time RoboCop came out, but it was Radio Shack's own version.
Wait. Did he have a blue visor?
Maybe
Like a blue light? I don't know.
I
Something-
bought it. I have it in the box.
Bring it in.
Oh,
Yeah.
you bought it?
Oh yeah, I was
Oh.
like, this is amazing.
I have some weird. Look it up, Trevor. What's it called?
Galactic Man from
I
Radio
have.
Shack.
Now that you said that, I feel like I saw that as a kid. We were talking about in the Barrel Talk, like the knockoff movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, Chris Nolan's making a movie about a
there he
magician.
is.
We'll make one too.
There's a
I feel like they
bootleg
did
one.
that with toys and stuff too. Like there'd be like fake GI Joes and
Mm-hmm.
fake RoboCops, fake
Uh,
Transformers. I think was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is Galactic Man Radio Shack RoboCop bootleg. for
Yeah.
$34.50 on eBay.
Bring up an image.
Yeah, I paid 24.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
I was like, what is
That's
this?
funny. And then the pose of Galactic Man on the box, very saucy, very
Yeah, I've got him in the box at home.
very sassy.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It was a cool store. I kind of want to go back in and look around more.
Where this
should
was
go
over
do a
in
mini
the
doc
Milk
on that.
District.
Yeah, it was like behind everything, like in the parking lot, like
Oh.
a shack almost. It was weird.
Like a Radio Shack
Radio-
of some kind.
Somebody
That's
a
great.
Radio Shack.
Radio Shack. Didn't the last Radio Shack finally close
Yeah, I think
recently?
I think.
so. Who put Shack in their name?
Radio
There's a
Shed.
surprising number of like
Shake?
Shack,
Yeah.
Shake Shack, Radio
Hut.
Shack.
Shack, Hut. Yeah, I was gonna say
Photo Hut.
Mhm.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Huts and shacks, like that's what you want to be identified as.
Movie Shed.
That sounds nice.
Movie shed. That
Movie
sounds good.
shed.
Remember
Not
that.
creepy.
Yeah. Going to the movie shed? Yeah.
I get scared and
Yeah.
touched
Yeah.
inappropriately. The movie
the
shed.
movie van.
Movie barn? Video barn.
Listen, the movie van just gets a bad rap, okay? It
Awesome time adventure van.
just- yeah, lots of fun inside.
Come on in.
Yeah. Fun and happiness.
There's no
man.
windows.
Yeah.
The darkness helps you imagine more.
There's a lot of weird feeling things that come out, so
Yeah.
just be wary.
Yeah, look out for that. That's funny.
That'd be a funny way to trick kids. Like, want to get in my haunted van and it's pitch black, and you're like, feel these? These are like worms.
Where are you going here,
Worms.
man?
It's just a dude inappropriately touching a kid, but he's making the kid
Yeah.
think, ooh, there's worms and dirty stuff.
Now,
Because
before
it's
you get in to
completely
fully
black.
experience it, you have to take your clothes off completely.
Time for you to tame the snake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No,
reach in this bowl of worms.
I only feel one worm.
There's a
Yeah.
bunch of small ones, and there's a really big weird one in here.
It's spitting on me.
Yeah.
We gotta cut this out. This is
Yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
Hashtag everyone else too.
You know,
Because
legend
of who
has
listened
it
to this.
that legend has it that.
Don't even
All
say
right, I'll just stop. Moving on.
Oh.
Hey, you know.
Don't do that. Don't. That was all fake.
Yeah. No.
But you know they.
What's that? Reception's coming out. Oh wait, this isn't a cell phone.
Yeah.
Like
Going
old
through a
haunted
tunnel.
houses and stuff would do that. You know, when you're
Oh,
a kid,
yeah,
you know,
like
Oh yeah.
eyeballs. It
Brains.
would be like eggs. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that.
Yeah. Do y'all at Universal? You know the mummy ride.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You stick your hand in the hole.
Oh
It's
yeah, and like
Oh,
the air
yeah.
shoots
Yeah,
at you.
it's funny how many people are still scared of that. The first time it was scary, but then
It's the sound. Doesn't
Well,
it
it
make like
still
a pretty loud
startles
sound?
you.
startles
It
you.
startles. You know it's coming, but it'll still startle me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it doesn't come. You're like, huh?
Oh yeah.
And then they have that other one before there where you put your hand and it blows air to like people in line, and there's a video.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a video booth.
Oh right. Yeah.
That's
I always feel like half those things don't work.
And I think they're
half
on
the time.
timers.
It's
Honestly.
like put your hand. It's like nothing happening, and you walk away,
Uh-huh.
and it happens. Or, what?
Mm.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Brendan Fraser?
Oh, he's back, I think.
Brendan Fraser's
He's
back.
No,
baby.
in hog form.
No, he's back on the
Yeah.
internet. There's like a whole Brendan Fraser meme.
No, I just saw
Uh.
something on the internet with Brendan Fraser.
I feel like he should be in like a Tarantino film.
Someone should bring him back. He
Ooh,
should be in a
yeah. That'd be
Tarantino
cool.
film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
He was good for a while. He had a career.
Mm-hmm.
I think he kind of
Comment below if you know where Brendan Fraser is.
He's
What
probably
he's up
just
to.
living a nice life and being happy and
No, I think no. That doesn't sound
smiling
right.
all the time. Brendan Fraser.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I think his career is over,
Ugh.
and that's what happened. That's what's so weird about all these celebrities is like, a lot of their careers. You know, well, it's like a football star or something. It just
Mhm.
doesn't last always
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
ever. But they always seem like they're very far in the dumps. You know, it's like Brendan Fraser doesn't have any movie work anymore. It's like, okay, shouldn't he just be fine though?
Yeah.
Shouldn't he?
Just
He
live
was
his
in like
life.
fucking 3 Mummy movies and a bunch of other good movies.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't you just be done now
Yep.
and
Yeah.
be fine financially?
Is he not?
I don't think so, and I don't think any of those people are. You know, like
Yeah.
who's the Con Air guy?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas
yeah.
Cage.
That
He's
guy's a
been in every
mess.
movie. He's been in like half the movies that have come out in our lifetime, and I
Yeah.
think he's still broke.
You know, I think he has a spending problem.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm getting at. Like,
Was it him and like
nobody
Nick Nolte
seems
or
like they
something that were
manage
getting
their
into
money
fights?
well. You know,
That's
they're
in the
always just like
casino.
buying yachts and stuff, or like
Mhm.
Yeah.
disposable type things that they have no more money left.
Yeah. If I hit it big once, I'd be like, okay, let's go ahead and maximize this and never talk to anyone anymore. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go live
exactly.
in the wilderness somewhere and have a house and.
I was watching some Corey Feldman thing on the internet
Mhm.
because I was like, oh, I wonder what his opinion is about this whole debacle that's going on. I didn't really hear him comment on it. I just watched a video or two. It was him on an interview, but then there was one where he was like talking to the camera. I guess he's got some kind of like Indiegogo campaign
Mhm.
to like make a documentary about all that stuff or something.
Oh yeah.
And anyway, he was talking. He was like, a lot of people think I'm
It's
doing
Cor-
this just for
sorry.
the
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say, didn't he recently come out and say something about Corey Haim's? Because Corey Haim was like sexually assaulted.
He says,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard
I mean,
him
he's
say
been
like
saying
it's
that for a
going
long
on.
time.
Like
Yeah.
he
He's
goes
been
on
saying
the
that for a
Today
long
shows
time.
and
Okay.
stuff.
And he was like, before any of this, he was like
Yeah.
saying like, yeah, about all the pedophilia and stuff. And there's like a big popular video of him going on The View. And, like
Yeah,
nobody
that's the
believing him. Everyone kind of being mean to him.
Really?
Yeah, like Barbara Walters, like, you're ruining the industry.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's
fuck you, Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Like, he was molested as a kid. That's fucked up.
yeah. That seems like the common reaction
Yeah.
to people who try to come out and say that they've been assaulted. You know,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the denial factor from whoever you're
And
confiding in.
and it seems different for men and women. I don't want to get in a huge debate, but
You want to
you say you were molested as a young boy. People say you're ruining industry. You say somebody whipped their dick out in front of you as a grown woman. Shut the world down. Let's talk about it.
when I was doing all my Pixar research.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I was bringing that up because he was real quickly. He was like talking to the camera. He's like, a lot of people think I'm doing this just for the money. He's like, I made like $1 million when I was a kid, but my parents took some and I lost it in legal battles, and then I made another $1 million and I used that to pay off my debts and or like now that one's gone. And it's like, what were you doing with all your money?
Yeah. Well, I hear that a lot of
Anyway.
the child actors, their parents,
Yeah.
fuck them over big time.
But I guess
Wasn't
he
there
got
like,
emancipated and made like another $1 million after that before his movie career dried up. But and now he's like, that's all gone now. That $1 million's gone.
Jeez.
Mm.
But
But
You know,
what were you saying?
like when I was reading about Pixar,
Mhm.
one of the big guys at Pixar, I think his name is John Lasseter.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did some stuff.
He
and now
stepped. He's
he-
quietly stepped away.
Yeah, he quietly stepped away
Very
for like 6
suspicious, yeah.
months.
But
Yeah.
Do you know any specifics? Because
They didn't really release specifics because it was
seemed
so
like it was like-
preemptive.
He
it
might
seems
have.
like it was like hugging and maybe like rubbing people's shoulders.
It was something he's like, I don't feel right about the way I did it, so I'm going to take a break.
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
Something's.
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to.
Maybe
get
something
it.
worse happened, and now he's just like, oh, I'm just going to step back and hope it all blows over.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just minor, and he wants a break because even this slightest thing could potentially ruin
He's trying
him.
to keep his job
Yeah.
after the 6 months.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I mean, I read it in a different way. I perceived it. It seemed like, because he said they sort of depict him as like a hugger,
Mm-hmm.
and it seemed like that was what it was. Like, like I'm sorry if I kind of hugged you when you didn't want to hug,
Oh
and
God.
I think that may have been it.
There's got to be more than just hugs. You can't. There's got.
Well, it
you
might be
can't-
like hugs, maybe like how you may come rub each other's shoulders or you're
Yeah.
doing a good job, or like maybe a touching of the leg or something.
fully
But
erect hug.
maybe I'm way off too. But
I don't.
they made it
yeah,
seem like that. Like I'm
Yeah.
sorry if
that
the way he
seems-
runs his office.
Yeah.
It's like you can tell there's like a fraternity type feel
Yeah.
in Pixar, like we're a family type thing. And if you're a shut off, it sounded like to me a shut off person like said, I'm not comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
whatever it might be. I don't know that anything overt happened,
Yeah.
but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I
Like
can
if it
see
did
that.
and they know about it, I feel like Pixar would fire him straight out. They wouldn't
Yeah.
give him this. If that's why I'm thinking this too. If something really bad happened and they know it's like there's a report,
Mm-hmm.
I think they would just let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to really make of it. It seems like things are getting a little too hot. And so he was
Yeah.
sort of like taking a step back because he probably trying as in an attempt to protect his reputation, maybe.
Because it could have been just minor
Yeah.
stuff that
Well,
he's
that's
like,
what I think
maybe I
too. I
just
think
need
that
to
too,
rethink
but I
the way
think-
I behave
yeah.
around people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Where it's
I like a hug. I'm a hugger. But you know,
Yeah.
there are people out there you don't know,
There, it
hug,
will.
no
it
hug.
would definitely make certain people uncomfortable.
Well, that's
to
what I'm
always
saying.
Feel forced
And I
to
can
hug.
definitely see a type of person, like he's giving hugs around the office of like, I don't want to hug. He's
Yeah.
like, come on, we are huggers in this place, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm just really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I guess I have to take a sabbatical because I forced a hug. And I can definitely see people forcing hugs and
Oh, yeah.
forcing shoulder rubs and stuff.
Yeah.
But
And I
it's
can see like in that environment, like a lot of the entertainment environments where you're together a lot. You're
Mhm.
there for long hours. You build this family, vibe, this frat type vibe or whatever, because you're just, it
You
gets
just get
blurred.
comfortable.
Lines get blurred between work and just
Definitely.
being like family and friends.
Exactly. And I'm sure, and this is all, the way I'm perceiving, because they started out small and got
Mhm.
bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right.
And you don't quite maybe know when you should kind of like, let's class it up and be more regular.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because, okay, say that Laser Lion went really big
Right.
and we kind of took the environment we've created with us three
Yeah.
Right.
bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I could see us,
Having-
without ever doing anything like knowingly gross or overt,
Right.
I could see us getting shut down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like
I mean-
full on shut down, lose our jobs eventually.
Yeah.
Just by
Shut
being
'em
like
down.
who we are already with each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
but that being growing and growing into a different context,
Yeah.
and like people coming
Yeah.
in and it's like
Yeah.
we all shower together here. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
nope, you're getting shut down, you're
Yeah.
fired, your legacy's over.
Yep.
Yeah, we're like producing the next Star Wars, and what's her face from Disney walks in. We're like showering in the wrap party together.
Yeah. No, Leo steps forward. He's like, they made me shower
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico. I was traumatized.
Bathing suits were.
We've only
on.
showered together twice,
Bathing suits
and
were on.
bathing suits were on 50% of that time.
But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we would get shut down.
Oh
eventually.
yeah. Oh yes.
And we would been like, what did we do? We would be
Yeah.
like,
was
I thought
that
we
wrong?
were good people.
Should I have not done
Should I
that?
not have done-
Wow, your boobs are huge. I don't know.
Should I not have said that? I don't know.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could
Mhm.
definitely see it for sure.
And if he does get to keep his job,
Hey,
I don't
maybe
he
I
handled it
mean,
in the best way.
I look forward to the day we're that big and we get shut down.
Yeah.
'Cause we
Hopefully we manage our money properly.
Yeah.
We can be like, okay, we're out.
Shut me down all you want.
It's been a
Yeah.
good run.
And hopefully it's not, like I said, overtly weird enough
Well,
that we end up in jail.
yeah.
But
Like, Tarantino they have a dildo on set, like a big purple dildo.
See, okay.
And nobody's brought that
okay,
up.
describe
I
that. But
feel
see,
like.
that's a great example of like, I'm just
He-
being myself, like, and then it
Yeah.
growing and growing into a different context and some.
That's weird.
If you don't,
it is weird.
If you don't
but-
know, he apparently keeps it on set for people who fall asleep, so that he'll put it like on them and stuff and take pictures of them. While
But it's
they're
like
sleeping.
giant too. It's like
It's like-
obviously like a mock.
Yeah, it's meant to sort of as incentive to sort of keep you awake.
But I feel like it also could be used as like, hey, what do you think of this? Like
You thought that
I
was
carry
great.
a dildo around.
You should get a
I'm
job on one
into
of his
this.
sets and just shut him down.
Yeah.
But then,
Are
like,
you into
then that
dildos?
because then okay, so there's the Tarantino dildo thing, but then Matt Lauer bought a sex toy for a coworker as like a birthday gift, which makes it sound like it was like a gag gift, but they were offended by it. And that was like part of his.
No.
Yeah,
You should feel comfortable giving sex gifts. That's dumb.
you heard it first here.
No, but that's a perfect thing.
But
We don't know exactly what Matt Lauer did. Let's say that's
Yeah.
all he did.
right,
Should his fucking life and his
it's like one of the
What am
highest
I
paid
saying?
anchors, I think.
should his whole legacy be ruined
Mm-hmm.
for, let's just say that's all he did was have affairs on his wife. I think he did too.
Yeah, he.
And
now let's just say.
Well, that's just.
but I'm just saying, but who cares about
already.
that?
They don't
Yeah,
care
yeah.
about
That has
that.
nothing
Yeah.
to do with the workplace.
No, but there's
let's say all he
there's-
did was buy somebody a dildo
right.
or a sex toy,
Yeah.
or say he did that every year.
Yeah, what's the big?
What should he be fucking
Why
fired?
can't you buy someone a sex toy?
It's a joke.
It's
And why can't you use
what's
that as
wrong-
a defense?
and what's
It
wrong
was a
with
joke.
having
Yeah.
a sex toy?
Story over.
They
Yeah.
exist for a purpose. Are you saying, "Oh, I'm offended because I don't want to use this"? Like, what if you wanted it and you did use it? There's
Yeah.
What if you
nothing
did
wrong
want it? What
with
if
the
you
gift.
thought? What if you thought you wanted the sex
Yeah.
toy?
Yeah, what's wrong with it as a gift?
You could
Why
say-
is there a taboo against sex toys?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
like, there shouldn't be. There's this whole sex taboo, I guess, in our
Oh,
culture.
yeah, there totally
There
is.
totally
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I was watching this.
We need more sex positivity, damn
We
it.
do.
No, we do. Oh
We
my
do.
God, we do.
Oh, yeah.
It's in every other country.
I want to hear what you guys think about this. I was
Well,
listening to this
some.
other guy's podcast or something. They were talking about the whole debacle, you know,
Mhm.
the allegation type, whatever you want to. What's a good word for it? I don't know. Witch hunt, sexual harassment.
I wouldn't call it a witch hunt, just for
just to not
harassment,
because now
Rattle
I'm
the
harassing.
cages.
the
Yeah.
wave of harassment.
The
I don't know.
harassment.
stir the pot.
Yeah, outers.
Yeah.
Anyway, one guy brought up a point that I thought was good. He was like, what about like, everybody freaks out when anything has connotation to sex.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They're like, what about when Rihanna, one of the biggest pop stars in the world, gets beat to shit?
Oh right.
And what was
Oh,
it
yeah.
like a year later? Everyone's like, you heard the new Chris Brown album? It's really good.
Oh,
yeah.
And then
right.
like a little
Yeah.
while after that, it was like, he's at the VMAs. He's flying on wires. He's back, baby. He's Chris
Yeah.
Brown.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that is to me, I thought that was such a good fucking point because it's like
Ooh.
physical harm, give it time and you're forgiven. Nothing, I don't even
Mhm.
think, what even happened to him?
I think he got
Probation?
arrested. He went to jail for a little bit or something. Got probation. Yeah.
But he gets back on the TV. It's like
yeah,
nothing
his career
happened.
is fine.
Yeah.
He's back on
And
stage.
he
He's at the
physically
VMAs. His-
abused women. That's
physically
fucking-
Oh, yeah.
punched him out.
Floyd Mayweather.
right.
And then, so, I mean, what are your all's thoughts about that? I feel like
I
there's
mean,
a double standard.
no, there
You
is.
whip your dick out and your career's done. You beat someone to shit and you're back in a year or two.
Yeah, your career should be done for that.
No, yeah, you should
You
be
should
completely
be in
done.
jail still.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
career should be done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or there should be just some. There's not enough sense to it,
Right.
Yeah.
There's not like 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah.
If your career's not done for that, it shouldn't be done for the other stuff. But if it's
Mhm.
done for the harassment stuff, it should definitely be done for that.
Mhm.
Or the forgiveness levels, like
Yeah. How can you?
how do
you
you go and
forgive?
buy his album after that?
I
Oh
don't-
yeah.
How do you put him on TV and say, "Hey kids, look at this man"? How do you do that?
Who's in charge of that?
Yeah.
And everybody's standing ovation. Remember when he was like, did you see that show? Him on the
Uh-uh.
VMAs or something? He was like flying on wires over the crowd and everything.
No.
Like, he's back, baby.
He's back. He shouldn't be back.
Yeah.
Send him
Send
back.
him back
Yeah.
where he should have been.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just think there is something different of some sensitivity of like violence versus sex.
No, totally. Violence is more accepted and sex is not. It's like,
Yeah.
we live
Yeah.
in that world. It's bizarre. I don't.
Yeah.
It's like they don't want kids growing up having sex, but they want kids growing up beating up each other. That's what they're just trying
And
to
playing
say.
video games and watching movies about
Yeah.
murder and death.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's like you'd rather people fight than
Yeah.
love. That's like the simplest thing they're boiling it down to. It makes no sense.
Yeah, and it's like just to go in that world. I remember talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if they necessarily show blood or any blood or much blood, but I was like, I think thousands of people were murdered in front of our eyes in that movie. That guy's
Probably.
walking around and arrows going through people's hearts, going through their
Oh, yeah.
chests, going through their brains.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a child's movie. And he's
Jesus.
killing hundreds, if not thousands, of people.
Hmm.
And I'm like, that's just one example. People,
Yeah.
you're so desensitized to it. And then, you flash a tit and it's like
No, you're
people
done,
lose
yeah.
their minds. It's
Yeah.
rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, that went down a road.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a beer.
Yeah. Speaking of.
Anyway, I
washed
think
up-
there should be more sex positivity for
No, there-
sure.
Yeah,
and
oh,
less violence positivity.
Yeah, I not to quote another podcast again, but I recently listened to a podcast that interviewed this girl who's she makes like 7 figures. She's a legal sex worker in Las Vegas, and she's an advocate for sex positivity, legalizing sex work and protection of sex workers, and she also teaches like all these like sex classes and stuff, travels all over the world. But like the one thing she says is sex is a need, not a want. And so like, and then like talking in terms of like providing a service for people, and also just like bringing sex positivity to the world. I think it would solve a lot of problems, you know?
Yeah.
No, it would.
Yeah.
And like on that level, but then also just like people's, in like providing those types of services and stuff, but then also just people's acceptance. Like
Right.
people are human. People have sex.
Yeah.
I don't need to flip out
Right.
and thinking about
I
what
mean, it's,
my little children are going to
yeah, like a lot of times the biggest offenders are the repressed. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you repress, and then it just with anything. You know,
Mhm.
it's like don't repress.
that's
it's
where
just
you-
going to find a new outlet for it, and the outlet's not going to be good.
And that's where you get a lot of these like perversions too, I think. Like
Oh, yeah.
weird
Mhm.
stuff, you know,
Mhm.
like people doing some of these offensive sex type things
Yeah.
is like maybe partly to do with all the repression
Yeah.
that we have, you know.
Yeah.
No,
If everyone was a little bit more just chill about it.
Yeah.
you're
Let's
like,
just
Mhm.
calm down.
It's
Don't
like
need to. yeah.
yeah.
It's just the whole it's amazing how it's been around since the dawn of man. Why is
Mhm.
it?
it helped
why
us,
is it
it
so
helped us
repressed?
make it here.
Yeah, you know.
It is weird.
Should
It's
be
just a
celebrated
thing
more.
that's repressed in our society.
Yeah.
It's completely repressed.
And why? I just,
I don't know.
it's not in other cultures, but
No, and I think people are way more chill about stuff. You
No,
know,
they
Oh
are.
yeah.
you might see like
Well, like like
somebody naked in a movie, and I think everyone's just like, oh, cool, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
They got nude beaches.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. The nude beach thing is like
yeah.
like if I go to nude beach, I'm like, oh my god, look at this. You know?
Holy
Like,
shit, that man's like 90 years old. I can see his package.
Yeah.
That's what nude beaches are always.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely feel like if it was just more out in the open.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh, that's a person. That's a person. This is natural.
Yep.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
We're all humans.
Yeah.
We all like sex. We like each other's bodies. Not like I'm gonna wait till someone's drunk and rape them.
Yeah.
Because I've never had sex
'Cause
before.
I've never
You
seen
know,
a naked
I've never
body.
seen a naked body.
I'm
up
30
close.
years old.
You know?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a problem. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Ah,
another
yeah.
thing. You know, that college
Sex
guy
positivity here
who
on the
raped that
Laser
drunk
Line
girl
podcast.
and got
Oh, behind
probation.
Was she? Okay,
Oh.
I read that she was behind a dumpster. Is
Yeah.
that accurate?
yeah. He was like in an alley, like a rat, like a rodent, like going after his meal.
That's
People are making a lot of comparisons.
insane.
What
What's
is this
Brock?
story?
His last name's Brock or something.
Yeah, he was
something.
like, what was he, a swimmer
he
or a
Venom?
sports guy? He's like a, you don't hear this?
No.
He's got like
Yeah, if
curly-headed
you saw
white
his-
guy. He's like
saw his face.
a freshman
you'd
or
recognize
sophomore in college. He, you know, he assaulted a young woman in an alley behind a dumpster,
him. Yeah.
and people saw
What
him.
was she doing
And the
back
judge,
there?
was,
I
the
wanna
judge
know.
basically gave him a slap on the wrist. It's like,
Brock
I don't
Turner,
want to
that's
ruin
his name.
this boy's life forever because
This
of one
guy?
bad mistake.
No, you should.
You should.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And
People are making a lot of comparisons to him and this girl who recently like escaped sex slavery by murdering her
oh
kidnapper.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
And she got 15 years in prison.
I
Which
saw
is
that
insane.
on Facebook.
And he got like 6 months probation or something
Fuck
like that.
this guy.
Yeah.
So people
She
on
was
the
black,
internet
right?
are. She's something. Yeah, she's.
Okay.
Yeah,
she
she
may be
looks like
mixed or
she's
something.
mixed or
And
something.
she's.
White
yeah, she might be
privilege.
black.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely white privilege and just fucked up society. Like,
yeah.
how does he get nothing and she gets 15?
Don't
we
turn
should
this
all be
podcast
like-
off if you're thinking about it. We'll get back into some other stuff
Yeah.
here soon. I know
No,
things
this
are
is
getting
good
a
stuff.
little,
People like this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, you know,
But yeah.
we should be throwing a ticker tape parade for her. Like, you escaped sex slavery
No, yeah.
Oh yeah.
and you took a horrible man out.
Yeah.
I don't
That'd
know all
make
the
a great
details.
movie.
It was like that movie idea I had like that before this happened. Remember,
Mhm.
like-
Enough with Jennifer Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Enough. I've had enough.
Jennifer, you assaulted a white man. You're going to prison for
Yeah.
15 years.
Well, you know for damn sure this president isn't going to step in and release that little
Oh,
girl. Which sucks.
God,
Because, like, if.
I
you know.
can't take all these shows on Netflix now, like all these criminals who are in, like Making a Murderer, and there's a
Oh,
bunch of other
yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's
Like
a new
False
one
Confessions.
I saw another one
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was like, I get so tormented in my
Yeah.
spirit. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't think that all these innocent people are
yep.
behind bars.
Yeah.
I get sick to my stomach.
Oh yeah.
'Cause you're
And
like,
I
that
also
could've
get
been
sick to
me.
my stomach the other way too. Is like the thing that drives me crazy is like whenever they do like the documentary on the serial killer, and they're like, yeah, police had him in his custody, but they decided to let him go. And then he goes
Yeah.
and murders like 15
Yeah.
other people. It's
Yeah.
like the worst one is the what's the guy who would eat people in his apartment? Bundy.
Dahmer?
Bundy.
Dahmer.
Oh,
Dahmer.
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
The one
Yeah.
one of his victims got away. They were on the corner together with the cops, and the cops
Returned him
Yeah,
to
the
him.
Dahmer was like, "Oh, he's my lover." Like we just got into a fight, and the cops gave him back, murdered. It's like,
Yep.
uh,
One
Yeah,
of those cops got promoted to be like the head of the cop
course
department.
He did.
Yeah.
Of
Head
course
of the
he
cop
did.
department. Like at the time or
Oh
since then?
Since
my
then.
Word.
Years
What an
after.
idiot.
Yeah. But yeah, that's stuff like that drives me crazy.
I
It's
think
like,
in the report he was bleeding out his ass when he came to the cops.
And they returned him?
I think so.
yeah, he was like
Even say he is your lover.
Dahmer was already like going to work on him when he escaped. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
he
like-
was.
Say that is your lover and you're in a fight
Yeah.
and you're bleeding out your asshole.
Still don't.
You don't someone doesn't have like custody over you.
No.
No.
And you're saying, please take me away for safety, and they say, we're going to give you back to your master here.
Yeah.
He doesn't even say they were lovers in a fight. He
Yeah.
doesn't have the right to take you
No.
back.
No.
You know, like
Yeah.
Nope.
you don't have custody over your lover.
I mean, I hope, and it probably doesn't at all, but it's like I wish that it would those cops should know what they did, and that should haunt them the rest of their lives.
They should be punished in a certain way.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I agree. Like anytime that ever happens, like there's always those cases where it's like, the judge said fill out this paperwork to keep him locked up because he's fucking crazy, and then
Yeah, they
somebody doesn't
release
do
him,
it,
yeah.
or somebody's lazy, and then it slips through the cracks. He's back out on the street eating someone's face off. It's just
Yep.
like,
I just watched, Zodiac a few weeks ago,
Yeah,
and there's
love that
that
movie.
scene where they're like, they talk to the two bumbling cops, and they're like, they're like, we were looking.
Oh, I
the report
know.
said we're looking
Oh,
for a
man.
black guy, and they're like, but that
moment.
report was changed. He was white, and like, but not till after we saw the man walking down the street. And they're like,
Yeah.
did you stop him? Did you talk to him? And they're like, no. Like it was dark. They're like, he would have been covered in blood.
Oh
They're
man,
like,
I know that.
It was dark, and they just let him walk by.
That movie's so great,
Yeah.
and that scene, it
Like,
just
you idiot. You
it's
would
like,
have had him
it's so close.
on the first murder.
Yeah, it was Lee Allen.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Lee Allen.
I mean, they make the case pretty hard at the
Yeah.
end with all the evidence.
There's the book, which my wife
great-
has. I think my
great
wife has
movie.
read the book, and I want to read the book. But I
The
think
one Jake Gyllenhaal wrote.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal, you're so dreamy.
I love him.
But yeah, it just seems like it had to have been Lee Allen.
Yeah, I think so. Speaking of sexy Jake Gyllenhaal and sex positivity,
Uh-huh.
if you had, a lot of people have like, oh, they're my one out, like if I ever meet,
Oh, like your hall pass?
you're my hall pass. Yeah. Who-
Ashley and I have just been talking about hall passes recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would be your male hall pass?
Probably Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
I could stare into those beautiful blue eyes all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
He'd
yeah.
be my hall pass.
Oh
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
I
if
just watched the Actors on Actors.
I might do Leo.
I was gonna say Leo too.
Ooh, Leo's
now I feel like I
good.
sound like a copycat, but
Leo's good.
maybe Leo because he would treat
Ah.
me so good.
He's always on yachts and stuff. You know.
We
That's
would
true.
have.
We
see,
don't know.
The thing is, it
We
would.
don't know what Jake's perfect
Yeah, you
date
don't know.
scenario is. or
Yeah.
Seemed a
anything
little
like
real
that.
in that Nightcrawler thing. You know.
Yeah,
I'm
a
all
little
about
too
that.
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love those
Nightcrawler
scary
around.
dead eyes.
Yeah, scary. It's sunken in.
The thing with
Dead
Leo
look.
is you would know you'd have like a somberness because you'd be like, this is gonna end soon
Oh,
because it
yeah.
always does with him.
Yeah.
But you would have such a ball
Oh yeah.
while it lasted.
And you know he's not going to try
Do you-
anything too weird.
do you hope
'cause
he's
too
gonna,
popular.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
anything weird
He
happened.
would treat you right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wolf of Wall Street.
And if
opening
not,
scene,
he'd pay you off pretty big.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get a sign
Yeah.
non-disclosure type thing.
Yeah. He's like, have you seen my movie Wolf of Wall Street? Opening scene.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a good one. That is a good one. Oh man, that's a tough call.
Yeah.
But I just watched the Jake Gyllenhaal, Margot Robbie, Actors on Actors by the Hollywood. I think it's the Hollywood Reporter or whatever that does that, where they put the two actors in the room and they interview
I
each
think
other.
it's not them, but it's weird because I just watched 2 of those like last week.
It's probably seeping into my feed.
Yeah, or vice
Or
versa.
vice versa, yeah.
We
all
always end up
connected.
watching the same things because they think.
Yeah, it all just keeps intermingled. But did you know he did a movie on the one guy from the Boston marathon bombing? The guy who lost both his legs.
Jake Gyllenhaal. did?
Yeah. Yeah, he like, I don't know if he bought the rights or whatever, but like he might have. It's his actual production company that did produce the whole thing, and like he produced it and everything. He plays the guy
Oh, cool.
and whatnot.
So has
But-
it come out yet?
No, I think it's about to. Like they were talking about that movie, and then I Tanya, the Tanya Harding movie that Margot Robbie's doing, which looks awesome. But it's weird because I kind of want to see the Boston bombing movie, but it's like those types of movies to me, like the 9/11 movie, Boston bomb. It's just like seems so
They
soon.
seem too
Seems like that
soon
stuff
to
just
me. It
happened.
seems insensitive.
Yeah. But he knows the guy personally, like met him, spent like a long time with him. He says that like they're good friends. They talk almost every day and stuff like that. But all I could think about was like, come on, just talk about Nightcrawler. Just talk about Nightcrawler a little bit. But he never did. They were just like promoting their new stuff.
Yeah.
If I had to pick my 3 favorite.
I definitely
What?
would have hoped that someone would have probed a little bit deeper into Nightcrawler.
I know.
in that situation because it's just
Um,
it's unscripted type of thing.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
I was like, I wonder if she's even seen Nightcrawler. But she said her favorite movie was like End of Watch. She loved End of Watch
Oh yeah,
that he's in.
I haven't.
And
seen
I was like,
that
oh
yet.
man, if you're gonna go that far back, come on, hit him at least, because like, and my 3 favorite movies, this might be y'all's too, but like, probably in this order is Zodiac, Prisoners, and Nightcrawler, or like my 3
Jake Gyllenhaal,
Jake Gyllenhaal
movies.
movies.
You
Yeah,
should see Donnie Darko.
I think I like.
Oh, I guess I should.
Oh
I
shit!
guess
Yeah,
I should.
I
'Cause
think
that's a good
maybe
one, too.
Donnie
Yeah,
Darko
that
would
might-
knock out Zodiac actually
Okay.
for me.
Yeah, maybe I need to watch it then. But yeah, they didn't talk about any of this. I was like, oh man, that's what I was hoping for. Because I would if I ever met him, had a chance to sit down with him, it'd be so great to be able to
Oh, yeah.
talk to him about that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
He really is your hall pass.
I guess so. Yeah,
There he is.
there he is.
Oh yeah, Nightcrawler's
Yeah.
up there.
But yeah.
Oh, I watched the Actor on Actor. It was Jeff Bridges, right? Is that the dude?
The dude, yeah.
And damn it, what's his name? From Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
Sean
yeah.
Penn?
No, Matthew McConaughey. Or no,
Matthew
no, I meant Dazed and Confused.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know why I forgot Matthew McConaughey's name, but yeah, good one.
Yeah, Sean Penn is.
But I was like,
that's
that's a great pairing, you know.
yeah, that is.
And
a
they
good
were like,
thing.
they were like, we've never met, never done a movie together, and I was like,
That's weird.
someone's got to jump on that.
Yep.
But anyway, one of the first things out the gate, you know,
Yeah.
he was like, tell me about being the dude, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a good person to ask that question.
Yeah.
You know, like because Matthew McConaughey is kind of a dude
Yeah, exactly.
himself.
And
yeah.
that's what he said. He was like, I bet the dude and my character from Dazed and Confused would have gotten along great, you know.
Totally. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Someone
now
needs to
I want to
make-
see that.
Now, someone needs to make a movie with them too. They
Yeah.
would be great together.
Yeah, a buddy cop movie.
That'd be a cool movie. You just take a main character from this movie and this other movie
Yeah.
and take their personalities and their character
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
just-
put them in somewhere else.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yep.
Jeff Bridges, I swear, when we've talked about this before, but I don't think on a podcast,
Yeah.
he used to be a normal man.
Yeah.
And now he has completely merged into being the dude.
Oh,
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you see him in an interview and he's like, I don't know. He's just It's just this
Yeah.
chemicals, man.
It's
like
like the
just
dude.
acting energy. Everybody getting, and I'm like, you didn't used to be the dude, and now you're just the dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
He completely took on that persona. I feel
He
like,
found
That
Buddhism
energy, at
or
least.
something,
Yeah.
like the Zen of the dude, and he just
and I feel
went
like his
for it.
speech is different than. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his true nature. Remember how we talked about how, like, foreign actors who are always in American movies and they're always got an American accent, and
Yeah.
the second they sit down to an interview, they're like, "Yeah, it was great." You're like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's just Jeff Bridges' true nature, and he
Yeah.
was always just pretending to be normal
Yep. Yeah. And then yeah.
for the movies,
Mm-hmm.
for his early movies at least.
Yep. Well, speaking of dudes, is it Miller time?
Yeah, I was just about to say,
Sure.
what time is it?
It's definitely
long?
Miller time. Yeah.
It's been a long time.
We've yammered on here for quite a while, I think.
We're at an
All
hour.
this and not even any beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're already at an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is a lengthy one. All right, kids. Buckle up
Grab
for the long haul. Hope you're on a long road trip somewhere. Hope you're going to see your family. What's your family doing? What are they like?
What is family?
What is family? Are you going for the holidays or just a fun visit?
What are beers?
Oh, Travis.
Whoops.
Beers are fermented.
All right. Well, this is Miller time, and this is unofficially brought to you by Miller High Life.
The champagne of
Champagne
beers.
and beers. Ready?
Yep. 3, 2.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Ah, refreshing.
Try not to
beer.
drink too much. I'm a little under the weather. It's been like a wave of colds going around. It's that time of
Yeah.
year.
You know, unless you're in a plane, you're always under the weather.
Under the weather.
So, what is TJ Miller up to?
Great question, Travis. Great question. Well, I'm about to tell you momentarily.
Let's all just
Phil,
make
distract the
predictions.
audience while I Google it.
I think we should just move on. But he's probably
If he's not doing anything, he's not
he's
doing
probably
anything.
making an ass of himself on Twitter, kind of causing some problems. I think I think he was in one of those Phlegm commercials where he plays Phlegm.
Like Mucinex.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mucinex?
So that's good. And he's got, I'll tell you, he's got the new Deadpool movie coming out.
Oh,
that's good enough.
Good
Good
enough.
enough.
Good
All
enough.
right.
Hey, made it there. All right. He has some. There's some kind of exclusive on ET Online, Entertainment Tonight Online with him.
Okay.
It looks. Oh, they're promoting Deadpool and talking about comedy and the state of comedy.
Apparently, the Deadpool
and whatnot.
teaser came out a few weeks ago or something recently.
Oh yeah, did you watch it?
I watched a little bit of it and I turned it off.
Because it was Bob Ross. That was
Yeah, I
went
was
on too
like-
long.
It went on too long, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right. I just scrolled past eventually,
Yeah.
which is funny because it's a teaser, but I guess that speaks to the
Yeah.
attention span
Well,
of the modern person.
It is funny because it is. It's in like the teaser is in there, but you have to like. It takes a while to get to it. It's all the Bob
Is it?
Ross.
Remember, there was that other movie that he was in, and he was in the front of it, and he was stopping like a robbery, but the robber ended up killing the guy anyways.
Oh yeah, that trailer. That was the first like teaser.
Okay, it's not that.
It's
Oh yeah.
the one where the guy's getting robbed in the alleyway and he goes to change into his suit in
The guy's
the
dead.
phone booth. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that was the first teaser, but
Yeah.
I guess this teaser maybe had footage from the actual movie.
Yeah. Being a fan of Bob Ross, I enjoyed what they did,
I think it's just,
but
yeah, I mean,
also
I
it
think
was,
it's a
like,
little
weird.
bit too much. It's too saturated now. There's all this Stranger Things and everything else. Like, do
I
you
know.
remember the things we all remember? Yes, we remember the stuff we all remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all should be watching the last 2 seasons of South Park because it's all about that stuff, making fun of all of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
There's these things called member berries that everybody's eating, and so they're
Uh-huh.
all hooked on nostalgia, and that's why J.J. Abrams made Star Wars the way that he did. They're like poisoning everyone's mind, and the berries are like, I remember. Like, remember when? Oh, I remember TIE fighters. It's great. It's like
It's so true. I mean,
it's
it's
very
like
true. It's
it's
really
like
funny.
sickness.
yeah.
Or
yeah,
it's
it is.
like with everything's about making money, and
Yeah.
or in social media. So if somebody's like, "Oh, it was like E.T. and Stranger
Yeah.
Things 1," they're like, "Make it more like E.T. and Stranger Things 2 and Ghostbusters and whatever the hell else."
Yeah. I mean,
And they're like,
It's-
"Good on us because that's all we want to do as the filmmakers."
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what, they're just banking on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Not
Like,
fair.
did you see Stranger Things 2? Yeah. They're in Ghostbusters suits.
yeah, it's like, yeah, it was
They're
okay.
in
All right.
Ghostbusters suits.
Yeah.
It's got to be good.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're going to be okay? Do I
As-
need to
as
call
if-
someone?
as
Let's calm down
if
here.
season 1 wasn't overtly enough copycatting everything from the 80s.
Oh, it was.
Now they
Ooh,
just
baby.
put them in. My problem
Oh.
with that, and this has got to be a nitpicky thing, but these are supposedly homemade costumes, correct?
Right.
They're homemade costumes, which meaning each one probably worked on their own costume.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at them,
They're
they're
identical.
exactly identical. There's
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
one bit of like,
One wardrobe person.
this
worked on
guy
all
made
of
it a
them.
little better. This guy's mom helped him.
Yeah.
There's like to the T, like to the way the gun turns, on the,
Oh,
on the
yeah,
handle,
yeah.
and there's like these little rivets
Yep.
that stick up. They're identical. And it's like, come on, somebody would have this part, someone would have that part. Make them actually look homemade. You can tell,
Yeah.
like, the lady in the prop department made 4 identical outfits.
Yeah.
I just started that episode and I haven't gotten very far, but
Did-
they didn't really show the backpack.
Did they introduce Mad Max yet? Because you just started.
Yeah,
That's in the
watching it.
first episode.
Okay,
or they at least
and her
allude
brother
to it.
not the one that drove her and yells.
drives real fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like Lost Boys. Like,
That guy,
he's
speaking of sex positivity,
oh, I know.
that guy's got some
He's just
confidence.
he's oozing with it. His character, throughout the series, I don't know why. I think I just like his character. It grows on me, I guess. Just kind of how outlandishly ridiculous his character is, and
Yeah.
how they just like beat you over the head with his character. It's so funny
Yeah.
to me.
I can't ever tell with things like that if they're meaning to be funny or not. So I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm in on the joke or not,
Yeah.
or if I'm laughing
You
at,
have to search
at them.
Search inside yourself
Yeah, I guess.
and just go with what your gut thinks. You know.
Yeah. Well, my gut judges everyone far too harshly.
My gut hates you.
My gut says,
What's-
"Fuck you, buddy."
What's that gut? Fuck that guy. Okay.
Hi, my name's fuck you.
There's like a mental image of your gut talking to you.
Yeah.
The funniest-
Fuck them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the funniest thing too about that whole,
Yeah, it's an uphill battle just to speak to me because I already judge you too harshly.
yeah, yeah. Don't worry, it'll become painfully obvious when I don't like you. Very soon.
Yeah.
That whole, it was okay. Season 2, you know, you can't. The first season was great, very entertaining, liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one doesn't feel the same, which I don't expect it to, I guess. But everybody's just like getting in their car and punching it pedal to the metal, like going somewhere in a huff.
Everybody's
Like,
mad.
Yeah.
There's just there's
like Hopper,
It's like crappy writing.
like where's Mike?
Just going
It's
somewhere in a
like,
huff.
okay.
Huffing around.
I should say I haven't finished it. I'm only on episode 4 or 5.
Oh, you
I'm
should.
on
Y'all should finish it. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
You haven't watched Gerald's Game yet, have you?
No,
Oh man, we gotta talk about it.
I never think to watch
well, we'll
it.
bring that up. Just don't spoil it in the comments below if you have.
Oh yeah.
Don't ruin it for Phil. Cool. Well, that
Any-
was pretty good Miller time segue into
Yeah.
Stranger Things off and running into some other stuff.
Miller Stranger Things.
Miller Stranger Things. Yes.
Anybody excited for the new Star Wars film coming out?
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
This is the one that determines if it's even worth it. Like, I feel like if this isn't good, I feel like it's already ruined. But like,
Yeah, I was
this is the
gonna say.
real one. Like, if this one sucks, it's dead forever.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, at least in the hearts of true fans, they're still
Yeah.
making.
Yeah.
They'll still
Yeah,
make
they'll
them
still make
at
'em.
infinitum.
Oh
But it's
yeah.
like there's no point anymore. Change the name from Star Wars and call it
Just say,
Outer
yes,
Space Fighter.
Disney's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I was telling Trevor, I'm just kind of intrigued just because there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah.
And just to kind of see where they can even take it from J. Abrams'
Right.
version.
That's where I'm curious. Is just how are they gonna reveal Rey's history? Like, what is that?
Fuck
Could
her.
it's like, could it even be interesting
Sorry.
though? Like, how are they gonna make that
Wow,
interesting if they're even
hating
trying
on
to?
Ray.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna get too deep into this if we go, but just fuck that movie, episode 7. It was so bad, and even because who's the guy who's doing this one?
Johnson. Brian Johnson.
Ryan
Johnson. Wiener.
I actually kind of like him, and I think he might do a good job.
He's
but
the
it's
guy
like,
who did Looper.
but he's starting like with both his feet cut off.
Yeah.
Trying to make, if he can make this even decent, it'll be like he did backflips the whole time to like get it there.
Yep.
Because that first movie was such a mess. I
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah.
and the characters were such a mess.
I started rewatching Rogue One not too long
Freaking
ago.
mystery box.
So did I. I turned it off.
Yeah. I don't think it's like a bad movie, but I don't know that I just
You
want
don't
to
really
want
to watch it anymore.
No,
Yeah.
you never want to see it. You're like, eh.
Yeah.
I
And
kind of
that's-
feel that way about episode 7.
And that's what
yeah, me too.
might just be the new Star Wars that we're in. Is just
yeah, they're
That's the
more.
new
They're more
generation
like.
we're
That's
in.
true.
They're more
yeah.
like a TV show episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same
Yeah.
as. I mean, and a lot of people don't agree with me, but like when I watched the first 3 or 5 episodes of season 2 Stranger Things, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm never gonna watch this again ever. You know?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I never
I'll finish the
will.
series, but I'll never. There's
Yeah.
no reason.
I
to
loved
rewatch it.
the first season, and I was like, I'm gonna rewatch it, because I want to watch it a
I
second
really
time.
liked the first season too.
And
in
then
a way.
I turned on the first episode, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Just like,
Never
I'm done.
mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It just there's not a lot of rewatchability.
That's just
Anymore.
in
Anywhere
today's-
in
Yeah.
the
like every
medium.
Marvel movie. Who the hell wants to go rewatch any Marvel movie?
yeah. Great
No-
point.
No one.
Do you? I mean, you haven't even seen a lot of them, have you?
No, I look at those movies and I'm just like, fuck this. I'm not watching
Yeah.
any of this garbage.
That's the same with me and Transformers. I have
Yeah,
never seen
completely.
a Transformers film ever.
Because you can
Thank
look
you very
at.
much.
I feel
Yep.
like we watch enough movies and whatnot that like we'll look at a trailer. Just by looking at a trailer, you can go, I'm not going to see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
totally.
good. I'm not doing that.
See, I just end up watching most of the Marvel movies just out of whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Morbid
I'll-
curiosity.
Morbid
I'll-
curiosity.
I'll-
I've never seen any of the Thor movies.
yeah, I
though,
haven't
but,
either.
yeah.
But just to your point, like, do I ever want to see an Avengers
No.
movie again?
I've
No.
never seen.
No.
I've never seen one.
Never.
Mhm.
I have not seen one.
Never
Avengers movie.
would I want to watch one again.
I mean, I could see the appeal.
Especially the second one.
Everybody's
That
freaking
was
out about this
garbage.
New one, this
Yeah.
new trailer. They're like, "Oh my god!"
What was that robot in the second one? The bad guy?
Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Ah,
God, that was
I don't know.
god awful movie.
Galactic Man.
That was a big mess.
What was his name?
The Marvel fans.
And they
are
had
just
Quicksilver
in that
screaming at us
movie.
Right now.
Yeah, they're just
In
a
a fucking tracksuit.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, it's always a crapshoot. I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
times I just look at a trailer. I'm like, it's not that good, and then I don't know what sort of sparked us to go see Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I think we wanted to skip work, didn't we? Go
Yeah, I think that's what it might have been. It's
Is
just
that what it
wow,
was?
that's it. There
And,
you go.
and I was like, "Want to see Spider-Man?" And you're like, "I guess."
and I bought the Blu-ray because I liked that movie a lot. I was like, oh, this is great, actually. It's like
Oh,
he's
that's
actually a
funny.
really good Peter Parker, and like it was,
That was a fun movie to watch. And
it's got flaws, but
it was way better than like some of those other Spider-Man movies.
yeah,
But there was still a lot wrong. Just so I
Yeah.
can let the fans know that
yeah.
that I don't fully endorse that movie.
Yeah. Phil doesn't fully endorse a lot of things,
Oh, I don't fully endorse almost anything.
Yeah.
I don't fully endorse myself.
But that was a good one. But yeah, those movies. And I like Deadpool.
Do you want to watch it again?
Do I want to watch Deadpool again?
What's Deadpool?
Oh, I did watch it again because I showed it to
Deadpool?
Ashley.
We were just talking about it.
Oh, Deadpool. Okay.
Yeah.
I already blocked it out. I'm thinking, what Marvel
Um,
character is that?
And well, the first Guardians of the Galaxy I watched again. And
I think I've still only seen that once.
there's like some of those movies, like Ashley has no desire to see. My wife has no real desire to see any of those types of movies.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of the filter.
Good for
you know,
her.
for her.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, hey, this one's kind of good. You'll probably like this one. Let's watch it. And so, that's
What does
a
she
good
think
chance to
when
watch
you
it.
say that it passes
She
the
likes
Trevor
it.
test?
She usually likes it. Yeah. She's like, oh, yeah, that wasn't bad.
What
So,
about Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Have we talked about it on these podcasts?
I don't know.
I haven't
The
seen
biggest flaming piece of dog
It's
garbage I've
awful.
ever seen.
Have we all seen it?
it. I haven't.
Okay.
You've seen it?
Yeah. It sucked.
Literally one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
It's that bad?
One of the
It's-
worst scripts
It's pretty bad.
I've ever
Wow.
watched play out before my eyes.
Jeez.
It was
It's bad.
complete
It's
garbage.
it's just kind of like
It was
okay,
like garbage
let's-
on LSD.
Let's take everything that people liked about the first one,
right.
Make it way over the top.
make it way over the top, cram as much of it in as possible, and
So much so that there is no story.
Yeah.
Because everybody
yeah.
is like,
So I was gonna say, and this movie goes nowhere.
everyone is sidetracking everyone else in like a fun way. Like,
Oh.
and like, and everyone's like, hey, what are you doing over there? Oh, you're my
Yeah.
brother. I love you because we're family.
yeah, there was
Family's
a lot.
what
There's
counts.
like so much
That's
of that.
every other line of the movie.
Like,
and
We're
every,
a family.
everything's
It's like,
so
okay.
crammed into what Trevor's saying is they have to resolve the setup and the resolution to every tiny little
Yeah.
minor thing comes right back to back. It's like, you're my long lost sister. I hate you. Let's kill each other. Wait, family's important.
Yeah.
Let's work together to save the day. That's all like within
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
It's like you were just about to kill each other. And same for every other character on the ship. Oh my god.
Oh, another thing I'll
It's
say
not
is
an-
like the one thing that made me go, oh, I think we might be in a little bit of trouble here is
Oh, we might be in
Scene
trouble.
one. Scene one.
scene one
Yeah.
because you watch the trailer and they're fighting that beast thing, and the beast thing actually looks kind of cool. I was like, oh man, this is like I'm looking forward to this. I'm like
Mhm.
kind of looking forward to that battle, and then it's the opening scene, and so
The
you're like,
opening credits.
huh.
It's basically like the big
Okay.
boulder in Indiana Jones, and it's like
Yeah.
the pre-fight thing.
Yeah. And it's like, because I was like, oh man, I was like, the CG on it actually looks pretty cool, and like this looks.
And
then
it was
it's
one of
like,
those things
nope.
where
That sucks.
they start off fighting it.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, all the shots from the trailer are what you see, and then they kind of turn the camera and they
Yep.
just follow the
Yeah,
little
that's what makes
dancing
it even
baby
worse.
Groot.
Yeah.
And like the action's
Oh.
happening in the background, and he's just like, do, do, do,
Yeah.
do, do.
Oh.
And oh
so
my
bad.
god,
So bad.
the whole so like they did it I think maybe fairly well in the first one, where like kind of half the time you were listening to this old style music,
Mhm.
it was actually like playing in somebody's ears, or like on the deck of the ship they popped in
Yeah.
the tape. But this one was so over the top, trying to make that happen. They literally were like trying to fight the monster, and like, we can't fight the monster yet. We haven't got the tunes going. They had
Yeah.
like a boom box. They were trying
Oh
to.
my
They're trying to make
God.
work. And like, we can't go into action without our cool old music.
Yeah.
Literally, that's how the movie started. The raccoon's trying to get the
Oh.
tape deck to work, and he finally gets it and gets a speaker set up. He's like, now we can fight the monster. We got the music going. And then,
Sounds like he's from New York.
I think that's kind of how he
That
sounds.
is how he sounds.
But and then substitute a version of that for every scene of the film.
Oh God.
Somebody's got a Walkman. Somebody's got, the crazy spaceship they're on. Just happens to have a tape deck or some shit. Oh no! One time, oh my god, this was the worst. Towards the end,
Uh-huh.
okay, the raccoon and the blue guy with the mohawk
Okay.
are on this alien ship, and he's like, they're about to break out. They're like in jail. They're about to break out, and he's like, hey, you don't happen to have any of his old music downloaded on the MP3 form, do you? And he's like, yes, I do.
Oh my
And
God.
he had it on like a little thumb drive or something, and then they pump it through the sound system of the spaceship
Yeah.
before they go and murder everyone. And I'm like, you don't. That's too. It's just.
Oh, that's
It's taking something that's like, oh, cute and clever. The guy walks around with a boom
Mhm.
with a Walkman
Okay.
to the nth degree.
Let's
Yeah.
take this. This is what's wrong with this whole generation and this era that we're in. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 has an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And
Vertigo has a 97%. It's not that far away from Vertigo.
That's pretty
Like,
close.
That's bullshit. And also,
a lot of the
Last
Hitchcock
Action
movies-
Hero
Last Action Hero has
has a
36%.
36%, 38.
How? No, this whole.
You know they're gonna reboot Last Action Hero, and everyone's gonna flip their shit and start masturbating over it.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone's gonna go and rechange the score on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
I think it's all kind of like bought and paid for.
It seems
Because
it's gotta
big
be.
companies literally own
It's gotta
newspapers.
Oh yeah.
So it's all, I'm pretty sure it's just
Rear Window's got 100%.
nice. I think it's all just politics and money. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
it's like Rotten Tomatoes, certified fresh. We own Rotten Tomatoes. We paid those reviewers. We made the movie. Oh,
Yeah.
well, no, duh.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
According to the
Who do you listen
the shareholder
anymore, I
rights
guess?
who owned the film, it was the best film ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got to listen to the people, I guess, you know,
Yeah.
the YouTubers and the podcasters out there to tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
serving you.
We'll set you straight if you want to know if we think a movie's good or not, and you want to, you know,
Mhm.
use us as your deciding factor.
A pretty good list is like the IMDb top 100, just as a general list of good movies.
Oh, really?
Because that's like a user rating, and they're you'll recognize pretty much all the movies. Like,
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a
Oh,
good
cool.
one.
I
Well,
bet
that's
you
good to know.
Guardians might be on.
It might. That's the thing. When new movies come out, they shoot.
They
right
shoot
up to
right
the top.
up.
Like,
But
Dark
then I
Knight
think
got
maybe they
one.
get voted down eventually, though.
Yep.
Let's take a look, shall we? Shawshank Redemption coming in at number 1.
It used to. It
Oh,
fluctuates
yeah,
in
it
the top
fluctuates.
5.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny.
Like with
Godfather.
Godfather.
Yep.
Let me
Is
put
Dark
an
Knight in top 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
let me put an exclamation point to the idiocy of that movie though, Guardians 2, because we didn't even hit on the main plot, quote unquote, of the film. Is that who's his dad?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell is a demigod who has the power to create planets
Mm.
and just wants
Oh,
to suck everybody's life force and kill the universe.
Sounds like Marvel. That's pretty much every monster in Marvel.
It's so fucking dumb.
Oh yeah.
He's got like eternal life. Why don't you just go hang out in cool places?
One of
No,
those,
I want to suck everyone's life away and shit.
One of those was like Fantastic Four. Like the second Fantastic Four was like a cloud in outer space that was just like it travels around and destroys worlds, but it's like a cloud. It's like a nebula that.
It's like the Nothing from
Yeah.
Neverending Story.
Yeah. It's like
I can't
That's kind of
believe
the plot and-
you've seen the second one. I could after that first one, I was like,
I never saw any of those
I wanted
either.
to see just how honestly how bad it was.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is going to be awful. I'll eat
Yeah.
chicken wings and watch this.
I saw like 10 minutes. I saw 10 minutes of the rebooted Fantastic Four, which has since,
Like, you
been
know.
destroyed, and it seemed pretty bad.
Mhm.
I saw just like 10 minutes or 5 minutes where they transport themselves to a foreign planet and all get destroyed. Would
Yeah.
give them their powers.
It's ridiculous.
Seemed really stupid.
They're maybe the worst. And what's worst is the one guy is also Captain America. Like, do they not think about that shit?
But that happens. That happens often.
Oh, that was
Like,
the other version though.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the guy who
That used to
played
that just
Flash.
made me so mad when that first happened.
The guy who played Flash in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Flash.
Yeah, right? No, what's the guy's name? The jock in Spider-Man. Peter Parker's bully friend.
Oh.
Flash, right?
Flash Gordon?
Oh, I thought you meant.
Not the Flash.
I thought you meant the Flash.
No,
okay,
like-
yeah, Flash Thompson or something.
Yeah.
That's a Flash
I
Lost
know,
State.
I was just thinking
That's
that.
all I could think of.
That's an inside joke. Sorry. It's about our parkour days.
GDL.
Yeah. But he's playing somebody else now in the Marvel universe.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. But that happens. Well, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool,
Yeah.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it
No,
happens.
that's
all
DC, I think.
Oh no.
But still,
Yeah, but still it's like
ridiculous.
you get to play a superhero. I don't know. I guess I don't know how I feel about it, but it's a
no,
little
I
weird.
think if you're one, it should at least be many years before you can be another one.
Yeah, or like, give other people a chance.
There was
to play it or something.
there's another thing. DC is so messed up. I don't even know if we should save that maybe, but
Yeah.
I
Have you guys
heard-
watched Wonder Woman?
I've
no.
seen it.
I've seen it.
I heard that there's going to be, this is Marvel and DC, but so the new Spider-Man movie introduced Flash, a new Flash,
Yeah.
which is like the kid
Yeah.
Zero from Grand Budapest Hotel.
Mhm. Kid Zero
But then
sounds
they
like a
also
cool,
announced-
It does.
like
But then they
Hero.
also announced, yeah, that does sound.
Kid
Then they also announced a freestanding Venom movie
Yeah.
starring
Bane.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
Who played Venom?
But
And the other
Flash is Venom. So they're already contradicting their own universe
Oh, weird. Yeah.
after the reboot.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
yeah, 'cause
DC is
before.
going to do the same thing. Like, they just did the Suicide Squad, and now they announced a potential movie. They might back out of this because there's a lot of backlash, but they announced a standalone Joker film starring someone else as Joker.
Why? God.
I don't know.
That.
It's
Stop it.
It's
Yeah.
very exciting.
no, it's
It's
not.
Stop.
very
Just
exciting.
stop.
Yeah.
We're starting
Just
to sound
save
like
your
red
money.
letter media over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just need to
Fanboys.
save their money and do something else. Make $101 million films. Don't make one big piece of garbage.
Yep.
Nope. But they don't care. It's a cash grab. They're gonna
Yeah.
make their money. So
But
One
you
day
can-
they
but
won't,
y-
though. I think
Someone
they're
should prove.
slowly
Someone should. Yeah.
losing as
Good.
much money as they used to make, and it's
Yeah.
going to reach a point, and it's going to maybe
Well,
like
because
5
there's too
years.
many. Those big films that don't
Mhm.
perform.
Mhm.
Yep.
There was some this year, like
Oh, there was a superhero one that flopped.
yeah, and there was like Valerian movie that flopped.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But that wasn't. I don't know whose studio that was, but just
Mhm.
Justice League, that's what it was. That flopped.
Is Blade Runner
It did?
considered a flop? Everybody was saying it was, and
I think financially, as of now, it might still be a flop,
yeah,
yeah.
but it might peak up, internet, DVD.
yeah.
But still, that's not what you want. You don't want to maybe make it back on DVD or
No,
something.
you want to make it
wanna
back like week one.
Yeah,
That's
what they want.
Yeah.
And so someone should just go back and prove like, the mid-range film
Mm-hmm.
model. I guess just time will tell.
Yep.
But they should start doing that, investing in people's wacky ideas and stop
Yep. Like-
remaking all these
One of the
existing
worst
properties.
things is of all these companies owning things. Like when I was watching football over the weekend, like a lot of it's on ABC, and because ABC is owned by Disney, every single
ESPN, all the
yeah,
college games.
every single
Yeah.
commercial is Star Wars. It'll be like it'll show a car, it'll be like a car commercial, and it'll play Star Wars music. And don't forget to see The Last Jedi in
Oh
theaters.
yeah, they've
It's
been doing that more over the years.
And it's
like crossover commercials
It's
to
just-
advertise two things.
Yeah, it's like you're just forming your brain. It's a brainwash. Honestly, it is brainwashing. And
Right.
there really should be some sort of committee in the world that says, no, you can't do this. You're brainwashing people and making them think like this is the world.
Right.
This is the universe that they live in, where your movie is the only one that gets to be seen.
It's weird that that's even legal, in a way. It's in a certain type of way
No, it
where
shouldn't be. It's like a monopoly.
Where
but on
see that's what the
different
internet would turn
levels.
into if
Oh, I
it
know.
was if we lose net neutrality.
Mhm.
It's like I own these websites. Get real. That's why I'm always surprised. Like there's a lot of Vimeo commercials on YouTube, and I'm like, I bet they hate that.
Oh yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's like no regulation or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
If they could do anything they want, they could be like, okay, Vimeo, you are forbidden from advertising on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the world we live in, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, unfortunately, movies kind of suck nowadays,
Yeah.
or at least the
Yeah.
ones they advertise. And
But
the
they're
ones I know
still.
about.
But the thing is, like, that's what's frustrating too. Is there are those movies that do come out that still manage to break the mold. There's movies that have can be rewatched and feel original and unique, and so it's always so frustrating when it's like, it just seems like
It's just
what
hard.
else can we do but
it's
reboot
hard-
everything? And
Yeah.
it's like, well, you can actually think and
think
make,
of a movie.
make a movie.
Yeah.
But the people in those positions have been there. They've had their original idea, and it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So they're just stuck at their jobs now. It's
They're
like people
dead.
need to like rotate out constantly
Yeah.
of most jobs. It's like, no, you have this for a year. Now you're done. Now you're done.
Sometimes it's just so hard to see. Like there'll be a good movie that's been made, and you're like, where do I watch this? How do
Yeah.
I see this? I
Yeah.
remember
How do
a
I
couple
remember it
a couple
exists?
times this year, I saw a trailer for a movie somehow on the Facebook feed, and I was like, this looks great. I want to
Mhm.
see it. I think I even kept the Facebook window up because I was like, I'm gonna forget the name of this, which I have,
Yeah.
and I never saw it come out. I'm sure it's somewhere on Amazon Prime now or something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't know how to watch it.
Hmm.
It looked like one of those coming of age, young kids accidentally kill somebody type stories, but it looked really good.
Oh, cool.
I can't remember the name.
Hmm.
I don't know how to see it. You know, it's like it's too hard to see
Yeah.
the good films sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Are you watching the sun go down in that building?
Yeah, it's
awesome.
really
It's
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like 5 seconds ago, it was like
It
a
was-
candlelight vigil in there.
Yeah.
I know. Now it's like
just about burned out.
deep red. It's really cool.
We should film it tomorrow. It looks
Yeah.
so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what. It probably doesn't. Be cool if like the inside of that office, like if you're on the inside, the lighting looked red. And stuff
It
like that.
might.
Looks so
Yeah.
cool.
because it's
Really,
reflecting off that
really
orange
cool.
building.
But I wonder how much the tint of the window would
Oh,
obscure it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a lot.
Probably just lessen it, but it'd probably still be golden orange or whatever.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
You know where?
times.
You know what the
Good
thing is
times.
we live in Orlando, and I bet you, any movie you ever want to see in the world, we have to live in like California or like L.A. or New York.
But we shouldn't.
I agree. In this,
is-
day and age,
and
we
also
shouldn't.
Orlando, it's like home to Disney. It's like
Yeah.
it feels like there should be a lot
I mean, we have the
more
Enzion, which
film here.
We have the Enzion, but we get skipped over far too much for like not just movies, shows.
yep.
People
Mhm.
will hit everywhere in the state. I mean, everywhere in the country. And then they might do Miami, maybe,
Yep.
and then nowhere else in Florida.
Yep.
I mean,
They spend a
maybe
lot
in
of time
10
driving
years.
down to Miami. They want to get the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Orlando, come on.
Get over here, people.
Yeah.
Get with it.
Get with it.
Join in on the whatever this is.
Yeah.
The
Get
movement.
the sickness.
Huh.
Come to Orlando.
Yeah, you down with the
Ooh,
sickness?
That's cool. You down with the sickness?
Orlando, are you down with the sickness?
Come and get it.
I'm not sure.
If you're ready, come and get it.
What
Nah,
that
nah, nah, nah.
is.
If you were to come to Orlando, you could drive around in the middle of the day, getting 2-hour lunches, doing
Yeah.
whatever the hell you want.
Exactly.
Nobody works in Orlando.
Nobody.
We just do what we want.
Only in Orlando.
Orlando. Hey, well, that about wraps things up over here at the Laserland podcast.
Pretty good podcast.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. We laughed, we cried, we talked about a bunch of stuff. It's good. Kept things moving.
Yeah, we were a little bit worried because we did like 4 barrel talks.
Yeah,
in 1
we're
week.
becoming more
We got kinda
self-conscious.
burnt out, but this was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, we're kind of being more self-aware of our podcast abilities. So anyway, for Laserland podcast, I'm Trevor Cruz.
I'm Philip Shuck.
And I'm Travis Ingram.
See you next time.
Next time, baby. Oh yeah. GetTheSickness.com.